The following podcast is a mass media production.
Hi, I'm Josh Galindo.
And I'm Krystal Galindo. Welcome to the Going Galindo Rugrats and Renovations podcast.
A lifestyle podcast where we will offer our experience and expertise in building real, lasting wealth through renovating and flipping homes.
And the chaos that comes with balancing a family of 6, leaving nothing unsaid.
Follow our wild ride we call life and apply our lessons to your own journey.
Good morning.
Good morning, honey.
Are you excited?
I'm ecstatic.
Do you know what today is?
Is it your birthday?
No, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Is it our anniversary? Which kid's birthday is it?
No, today is the last episode of season 3.
Oh, no.
I
guess that's something to be excited about because that means we got through season 3.
Yeah.
And it's sad that it's the end.
It is sad, but that's okay. So
That's okay.
That's okay. We were supposed to record last week, but then what happened? While we were recording.
Yeah, that's a good way to open that one up. So we were sitting here preparing for the second episode of the day.
The day, which was our final episode of the season.
Which would have been this episode. Mm-hmm. And then Chance from the Golden Knights, the mascot, walked in, followed by 2 cheerleaders and the whole Golden Knights film crew.
And the VJ. And Comprehensive Cancer Center. Representatives.
Center. Yes.
Oh my God, my favorite person!
Well.
Hi.
We're looking for Krystal. Is Krystal around?
Hi, I'm Krystal.
How are things?
Good.
Yeah?
Good, yeah, this is crazy.
I'm Darren Millard from the Vegas Golden Knights. I brought a couple of my friends. I believe you know Chan.
I do know Chan.
Yeah. We've heard you've gone through a battle.
Yes,
and you're coming out on the other side of it. And
yes, I am.
It's a great success story, but in honor of what you've been through, we wanted to just honor you. It's Hockey Fights Cancer Month, and we wanted to pay tribute to one of our great fans.
Yay. Thank you.
How are you feeling?
I'm very nervous, but I feel good. I feel good today.
Well,
I'm like, what is this?
It's intimidating when a Gila monster comes in.
Oh, yeah.
So we brought a couple of gifts for you.
Okay. Do I get to open it right now?
Right now.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt the podcast.
No, that's okay. Oh my goodness.
Chance for the wrapping.
Oh, great job. I'm going to keep the bag. My kids will love it. Oh, yay! Thank you so much, babe. Yay! Thank you so much. This is awesome. I don't have a jersey.
Oh, we
Thank you.
also
It wouldn't be a day if Krystal didn't.
I spill my coffee every single day, so this is my coffee spill.
Hopefully the boss doesn't get too mad. We also wanted to, because it's Hockey Fight Cancer Month, we have our Hockey Fights Cancer Night. So on behalf of the Vegas Golden Knights and Comprehensive Cancer Centers of Nevada, we wanted to invite you to a game.
Yay! Thank you so much. Oh my God, thank you so much.
November 20th.
Okay.
You can be our guest and enjoy the night at the Vegas Golden Knights. Chance will come by and say hi to the Vivas. And
Yay.
you can enjoy the night and just relax and kick back for a while.
Awesome. I'm excited. Yay.
That's great.
You get to come with me. Yay. Yeah. He's taking.
All right. 1, 2, 3. That's great. One more. 1, 2, 3. Wow, how cool is that?
Can you just hit play on that?
Oh my. Okay.
Hi, Krystal. It's Shay Theodore with the Vegas Golden Knights. We heard about your battle with cancer, and we want you to know that you have our support. On behalf of the Vegas Golden Knights and Comprehensive Cancer Centers of Nevada, we'd like to invite you to our Hockey Fights Cancer game on November 20th against the Blue Jackets. Best wishes and good luck, and I hope to see you there.
Yay! Thank you so much. How do I get this video? Who's going to send it to me?
That was literally shot 2 minutes ago
No
with the team
way.
on the road. So they just got off the ice practice. He did a quick change and away you go. All for you.
Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you.
I felt like I won something. I've never won anything in my life.
That looked like it felt like you won something. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, so there's a hockey game here in Las Vegas on November 20th, and it's Hockey Fights Cancer Night, and they gave us tickets to go to that game.
Yeah, well, and a Golden Knights jersey.
And a jersey with my name on it, which I don't have a jersey at all, let alone one with my name on it. So that was really exciting, too.
Yeah, and then the fact that they brought the film crew.
I know.
Leads me to believe that they're going to chop that footage up into a short film or something like that. They're going to do something special with it. And my hope, our assumption is that they throw it up on the Jumbotron.
Yeah, we'll see, though. I don't want to get too excited and then be disappointed, but that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
I feel like I try to give my best reaction, but I get so nervous I clam up.
Yeah, I was like, "Are you okay, honey?" Nah, she was cool. She was good. I mean, that's a lot.
It is a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot of attention.
And then they're like, "You can't post it." I'm like, So can I tell people?
I know. So that's why this is going to be coming out after.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool if we got to experience it, then film an episode, and then explain how it actually goes down at the game. See if it was anything special.
We'll just have to update with a video on social.
There you go. Sounds good.
All right, we all know adulting is hard. You know what shouldn't be hard? Buying a house. Robert Coomer has helped us and our friends buy and refinance houses for the past 15 years. Every time we work with him, we know we're getting the best service possible and that the person on the other end of that phone call has a smile on their face. And that leaves a smile on ours. Call Robert Coomer. He does all the heavy lifting for you so you can worry about more important things like what kind of wine pairs with your leftover pizza. But seriously, give him and his team a call at 702-850-2000. You won't regret it.
All right, so what is today's topic?
Today's topic, because we are also a lifestyle podcast, so it's not all business.
Agreed.
We are talking about raising good humans.
I like the term, good humans.
I think our kids are good humans.
I think they are too. I really do. And I think we are often told that they are.
Yeah. So we have a couple topics that we should touch on. So let's start with this one, because this one's fun. What are the top 3 values you make it a point to teach your kids?
I know the first one.
Okay.
Can you guess the first one?
Hold
on. Say on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Manners.
Integrity. All right.
Okay,
So we weren't on the same page. But that's okay. The more values they learn, the better.
Yeah.
So yours is manners?
Yes, I think that manners are so important. And I remember when we first had Beckham, and I was harping on him, please, thank you, being super polite, because I want other people to look at my kid and say, oh my gosh, this kid is so sweet, because you remember the kid that's nasty. You remember the kid that doesn't say please or thank you, and they just get away with it because they're a kid. But I think it's possible to teach them to say please and thank you. And I remember you were like, why are you being so hard on him? He'll learn to say it eventually. And I'm like, no, he's going to learn to say it now. And we had an interaction with a nasty kid, and he came home and he goes, I am so glad you make them say please and thank you. I think it's important not just for them to be polite, but for how other people view them and then how other people treat them.
I think that the shitty kid is remembered. The kid that doesn't say thank you or please or have any manners is forgotten.
Yeah.
And I think the kid that has manners is also remembered.
Yes.
And so I think the part that is memorable is when they respond so politely with manners, the parent can't help but want to respond back.
Right.
So I think that the kid, it's a self-esteem booster. The kid is like, hey, thank you very much for that. And the parent's like, wow, that was awesome. So that kid is getting extra attention, praise, acknowledgement.
Yep.
You can't tell me that doesn't make our kids feel better about themselves by showing up, So, yeah, I think that that's actually a confidence booster and makes them memorable for sure.
Yeah, it's many things beyond just being
So
polite.
yours was manners.
Yeah. Mine
was integrity and not lying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really double down on that with the kids. I think the lying thing is very, very important because I think it's very, very difficult to unteach it when they get older.
Right. You can't unwind it.
I think it's very, very hard to do. And so the way that I enforce that into the kids is that if they tell the truth and they...
if they did something wrong.
If they drove my Porsche through the garage, and they tell the truth, then I have made a commitment to them and myself that I'm not allowed to get mad or punish them, spank them or anything.
But if they get caught in a lie,
whether it was I stole an extra Skittle or a sprinkle, then they get their asses kicked.
Well, not physically.
No, but they get heavily disciplined.
Like timeout, things taken away.
Yeah, and what I'm just trying to create, the environment I'm trying to create for them is just a safe space to tell the truth. And for me, if my job, while being their guardian, not just their parent from 0 to 18, is to keep them alive, what I want to build and create today is a safe environment to be able to tell the truth. So that when they're 16 and he's fucked up on the sidewalk and he's debating whether to drive home or not, he feels safe calling me and going, Dad, I made a mistake or I need to be picked up.
Yeah.
That's where this reap will be rewarded, in the future.
Yeah, no, that was a very good point. I agree with
so
you.
for me, that's huge. And then the other thing I keep telling them too, because it's kind of funny to watch them try to talk to me like I'm 5. I'm like, bro, do you think I was born yesterday? Like, I know more about you than you know about you. Like,
I was born at night, not last night. Right. I know.
And so integrity is big for us. And no lying. You can't lie. I don't want you to lie. So for me, that's the first one. Yours were manners.
Yeah, and
what's the third one?
I think the third one is working for stuff. Because
they
have to earn it. Like, when we go to Target, anyone that goes shopping with kids, they want 500 things when they're there, and it's like the answer's always no.
Right.
I'm like, you want that? Fine, take a picture for your birthday. You want that? Take a picture for Christmas. You want that? Why don't you go do some chores, and then you can come buy it tomorrow?
Yeah. I don't even tell them no to stuff.
What do you say?
That's a great... No, but to your point, I just go, you could buy it.
Oh.
Honestly, I built a whole... We have a whole economy in the Galindo family.
Yeah.
We really do. Like I told Beckham... And when you go to play soccer, if you score a goal, you get $5. If you have an assist, you get $5. And then whatever he is struggling with at the soccer game, for example, one game he was falling a whole bunch. He thinks falling looks cool.
Like he falls and he rolls.
He rolls and he gets back up, and by that point, the whole play's like on the other side of the field, and he's still rolling. Anyway, so I said, if you fall, I take $1 away.
Yeah.
So now he's understanding, and at the end of the game, he has to tally up his own math.
Yeah.
And for me, if it costs me $25, my son now has $25, which gives me ammunition for my next experiment.
Yeah.
So we're at Target, and he goes, Dad, I want this thing. Now I can go, great, buy it. And then he has to use his own money.
Yeah.
So I'm stoking the fire so that I could teach him lessons over here.
Yeah.
And then there's times where I'll just coach him through it. I'm always honest with him. He'll be on Roblox and go, Dad, please, could I just buy this thing for $5? I go, don't give those guys your money. You work too hard for it. That's a waste of money. Get something nice. Now I could coach him through all this stuff.
Yeah.
But if I didn't give him an opportunity to earn money, I wouldn't be able to build the second tier of how to learn these secondary lessons. Yeah. So yesterday is a good example of this.
Oh, this is a great example.
It's a great example. Well, we've got other examples, but I'm actually going to start with the motorcycle one.
Okay.
So he really, really wanted a motorcycle.
It's a little electric Razor dirt bike.
Yeah, it's like $250.
Yeah.
And obviously we could have just bought it for him for his birthday.
Right.
And
not for no reason.
And then he would have there would have been some justification for the purchase. But we felt that it was more valuable to say, we knew his birthday was coming.
Yeah.
We felt it was more valuable to say, if you keep working, why don't you go do some chores and generate some money and save some money?
Yes.
And this guy literally was at our neighbor's house who enjoys cigars here and there. Yeah. Was emptying out cigar
ashes.
Ash, water, yuck, like watery ash cigar butts, and emptying out for him, picking up dog poop for an 80-pound dog. He was cleaning up leaves next door. He would grab all the stuff in the house that we didn't think we wanted, or that he didn't think that he needed, and he'd go to the park
and sell it
to the people driving by. Yeah, and he saved and raised, and he was doing chores for my mom, for your mom, for us, dog poop around the house, pick this up, creepy crawly, make our bed, do the dishes, dog food.
Make my coffee.
Like everything that I asked my kid to do, I put a monetary value behind it, unless I don't feel like doing it, because I don't want them to say, well, I'm not doing it unless you pay me.
Right.
So I keep a fine balance, but I try to put as much monetary value behind the task that I'm asking him to do as often as possible. When I sense that he's starting to take it where $3, I want 5, then it's like, now we're going back to free.
Yeah.
And then I go free, and then I go back to putting money back on it. But what I'm trying to do is get him so that he can build a bankroll. Yeah. So that when life sends us problems, opportunities, and what I mean by that is like, an opportunity meaning he wants this dirt bike. He's empowered to be able to buy it instead of me going, I'm going to buy it for you. Now he can get to have the privilege of experiencing what it's like to earn something. Yes. Think of that.
That experience,
of experiencing what it's like to earn something at 8 years old. That doesn't kick in for most people till they're 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Right. That's assuming that their parents don't, spoil the shit out of them.
Right.
So we're ingraining that early. So anyway, he saved $180. I paid the rest, and on his birthday, we've got him the bike. Yep. So I was really proud of him for that.
Yeah, no, that was he was super motivated.
He was so excited, yeah. The other thing is debts. I know we're kind of beating this up, but debts. So he went on Roblox, and he's firing away. He spends up $250 in Roblox. I don't know what you do. Robux. He spends $250 of our money. Yeah. So we immediately take his phone away. We take his Apple Watch away, and I put a monetary value on each item. I say that you can have the watch back with $100, and you can have the phone back with $150. Well, then he starts saying, then all of a sudden his life adjusted without those things, and he didn't really want them anymore. So I kind of lost my leverage. So I'm like, how do I make it so that I get my leverage back and get him to earn this back? Yeah. Because all I care about is him earning it back. So I go and I get a clear mason jar, and I sit him down, and I grab the watch, and I write $100 on the watch and $150 on the phone, and I stick it inside the mason jar, and I stick it right where he sees it every single day.
Every morning in the kitchen.
Because I want him to understand that building confidence is all about having a track record. When you do one thing, it creates a track record. Now you can reference your track record so that you can feel confident moving into the next task, because you can look at the task you had already performed. So I'm trying to create these artificial scenarios for my kid to understand and value earning and accomplishment. And all of that goes towards confidence. And so anyway, so he had to work his ass off. He saved $250. He bought that dirt bike for, this kid's already probably raised like $1,000. He bought that dirt bike for about $200. He had to pay back every penny of the $250. Here was the other thing that I found interesting with the money. He had bought back the watch already, and he'd already started moving on to his next savings, which was like $80 he was at. And then he started getting distracted and buying other dumb shit. Yeah, he did. But what he didn't realize is that he owed me still $150. Yeah. So if you owe me $150, that doesn't mean you get to go spend $20 on this or that. So I called him downstairs. I said, bring all your money. And I wiped him out. I took all of it. I said, bro, you owe me $150. You don't get to be entertained by these other miscellaneous items. I'm taking all the cash you have, and when you pay me off, then you can go buy whatever you want. Anyway, when I gave him back that phone, I hate to say phone because I know phone could be perceived as negative, but when I gave him back that phone after he paid me off, the visual that I had on his body language and expression, he was so proud of himself. Yeah, that you can't teach without these types of experiences. Right. You have to experience it. Okay, so let's roll into the last one. So yesterday, he's throwing a quarter up in the air 50 times. We tell him, stop throwing this quarter up in the air.
And chasing it.
Throws this quarter up in the air. He trips and falls on shoes that are nicely placed over on the side of the house, on the wall. Somehow manages to fall face first into the ring light and the baseboard and all this other shit. We're making fun of him. We think it's funny. He's kind of laughing too.
Because he face planted the wall.
And then it went from funny to not funny because he looks at his watch and he busted his screen. He
shattered his screen.
So instead of me, everything in me wants to go spend the $100. It doesn't change my life. Right. And to make my boy feel better. But I'm like, he's got to feel that. He's got to feel that. Yeah. And so I made him stay in it and sit in it. And I just comforted him, but I didn't rub it in. I just comforted him, but I didn't take the pain away either. So I just broke it down and I said, "Hey, listen, dude, what's the worst case scenario?" Because now he's got a track record on being able to raise money. Yeah. Go to just any other 8-year-old that's never raised money and tell him, "Oh, to fix your watch, it's $140." That would be a full meltdown for him. Yeah. But Beckham has raised money. So he knows he can do it again.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm realizing how valuable these are. Because I looked at him yesterday and I go, okay, what's your worst case scenario? Because he's having a full meltdown. And he goes $150 through Apple. He can get it redone. So I go, at the very worst, dude, you have to go and raise $150.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, you know. And then we start counting what he has. He had $54. He had 40 here in Brain Antho, 14.
Yeah.
So he's almost there. But look, I mean, think how powerful that is.
Right.
He's like, dude, I'm just gonna go and save $100.
Yeah.
And we will make him pay 100% of that watch.
He was asking me this morning. He's like, what can I do? I'm like, you could take out the trash. He goes, how much is it? I was like, do you want your watch fixed or not? It doesn't matter how much you get from it. It's another opportunity to make money that goes towards your debt. It doesn't matter how much that specific task is.
So then the second thing, this was kind of cute. I get him. I'd say go to the phone. You know, teaching him resources in life.
Cute.
And I'm like, type in Apple Watch screen broke Las Vegas. And of course he doesn't type it, which I hate. Right. He's like, hey Siri. He types it. He speaks it in. Anyway, and he starts reading all the ads.
Yeah.
And then I show him this one's closed because it's Sunday. This one's open. Call. And little Beckham is calling.
It was so cute.
These companies would be like, thanks for calling 1-800-FIX-IT. And
he's like, hi. So I was playing and I ran into the wall and broke my Apple Watch screen. And they're like, okay, what series is it? He's like, Series 3, 42mm. I'm like, how does he even know what that is? And they're like, okay, well, we can replace it. It's this much money, whatever. Yeah. But it was so cute. They were like talking to him like he was an adult.
Him.
Yeah, it was so
here was
cute.
The best part is that he called one place, it was 180. Called Apple, it was 2 something. Then he called one place, it was 139. Mm-hmm. And then, but we taught him, because now he was motivated.
Yeah.
He wanted to call more places because he understood that he was now shopping for the best deal.
Right.
That's another lesson in life to learn. You know, he was like, I want to call more because he realized that the more he called, the more he could whittle down the price and get the best one.
And that not everybody's the same.
And not everybody's the same.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at with Beckham. I know sometimes it takes stories because it's too simple to just say, oh, we value manners, integrity, and earning.
Yeah.
You know, so that's how we empower our children to do that. And the same thing applies with Kennedy, Kinsley, and Will Withaeger. Mm-hmm. They all have to earn it.
Yeah. I think that we should start giving them chores around the house, too. I know that you have been a big proponent of it. I just haven't sat down to do it. But
yeah. No, I know it's kind of a task that we need to just be formal about.
Yeah, and I think because we tell them to do stuff around the house and they could get an allowance or whatever, but it's not like a consistent thing. We need something that's more consistent. Like every Monday you need to make sure the dogs have food, the dogs have water, the bunnies have food, the bunnies have water, and dishes, and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, I agree. Life's about earning. You need to learn to earn. This day and age is unbelievable. In my age group, where some of these people, they're the softest people I've ever witnessed in my entire life. I'm wondering how they even made it to that age.
Yeah.
And if you whisper at them, they have a meltdown. It was too loud for them. If you raise your voice, you're mean. It's just crazy. And I do not want my kids to be a part of that world, that soft, entitled, I don't have to work hard bullshit world. I want nothing to do with that. My kids are winners. They're not losers.
Well, that's what I think is good about how we work and how they, I go and pick them up from school and I bring them to the office because I still have stuff that I have to get done. Like, they watch us work hard. When they wake up and they're like, where's Dad? I'm like, well, he's at the gym and he had to go early because he has a meeting that's early. And I pick them up from school and I bring them back to the office and I have stuff that I have to finish. And just teaching them that, too. I think them watching us
It's
work.
Witnessing it. Yeah, it's not teaching it.
Right.
It's what they see.
Right.
Because they're going to do what they see.
Right.
Not what we tell them.
No.
And I think there's all the value in the world in that. People ask, how do you balance it all? How do you balance it all? They roll with me.
Yeah.
And at worst, if I neglect them, that's at worst, which I don't ever try, and I try to be very attentive. Mm-hmm. But let's just say that I'm fully neglecting them, but they're in my workspace. They're still gaining value.
Yeah.
They're watching me negotiate. They're watching me work with other people. conversate with people, work, push myself. I mean, there's tremendous value in just having them come to the office and witness us do what we do.
Yeah.
I wonder if some of my extreme work ethic came from my mom would do the same thing. She'd pick us up from daycare. She'd take us back to the office. She'd roll out 2 sleeping bags, and she'd turn on a little TV for us, and she'd go and type escrows till we fell asleep, and we'd wake up in our beds.
Yeah.
So I wondered if maybe that was what was instilled in me.
I would say probably.
Yeah. I watched my mom work her ass off, and I think that a lot of that has helped me be willing to work my ass off, and I want that to be the same for my kids.
Yeah, I agree.
So how do we blend all of it? We don't. I don't encapsulate it.
Yeah.
I don't segregate.
Right. You don't separate it. It's all one.
It's all one.
Yeah.
It's the raw deal. There's no. The other thing I'm going to go into that. I'm just a believer in exposing them to everything. Obviously, not stuff that I don't believe their brains can process, like sex or violence or
cancer
or bad things like that. Yeah. No. But what I do like to do is I like to show them real life. If Krystal and I have a conflict, if we have an argument, I don't run upstairs and lock the door and tell the kids, and then Krystal and I hash it out. I'm comfortable within reason as long as I don't get too hot, or which we don't really ever get. Like it's not anyway. Expressing that in front of the kids. But what I think is very important to do, the most important thing to do after that, and this is the conscious thing, is to either engage in friendly dialogue immediately or show signs of affection. Yeah. Showing that we've now healed, showing resolve.
Yeah.
But what I know can happen is that if you don't ever witness conflict in your life, well, now you're deathly afraid of it.
Yeah.
So you become an adult, and then conflict is so frightening that you avoid it at all costs. Mm-hmm. But the reason people avoid it is because they don't believe there can be resolution.
Right.
And conflict creates growth.
Right.
So I'm comfortable exposing my children to that as long as they can see that there's because the real value comes from the resolution.
Right. I was going to say, because sometimes we do have private conversations in our room. They'll try to come in. We're like, hey, we're talking. You need to leave. But then after, we make sure that they see the resolution. They see that we're friendly with each other. Even if we're not feeling it, I'm like, you better give me a kiss right now in front of them because they need to see that it's okay now and it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. That's huge. So
I think that's a big one.
Hey guys, it's not too late to be a sponsor of the show. If you're interested in getting your business in front of our listeners, please send us a direct message on our Going Galindo social channels.
So we often get asked, is there a formal time that we have family time? And I would say no.
No. So what I would say, what I do try to do right now is
and actually, hold on. This is definitely Krystal's department. So, Krystal, how do we ensure quality family time? Do you actually have a strategy?
No, but you know me, I love to have dinner together. And I think it's because there's not much quality time. So when we're eating dinner, I'm like, why not just have it together? Because we're all going to be eating. Right. Why not have that designated together? Because during the week, it's so busy. It's like there's school, then you pick them up, which is around to pick them all up, and then Beckham's soccer practice. So it's like go, go, go. Then you get home, you only have so much time to eat before you have homework, and then everybody has to go to bed. And that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I like having dinner together when we can. I think that's one that can separate, to have quality time. But also, I've been wanting to sign the girls up in things, and it's only available on Thursdays. And I like to keep Thursdays as the one day we don't have to run around and do stuff for everybody else, that we can come home from school early and we can work on our homework and then hang out that night. So I think that's something that I try to do.
I think you nail it.
Yeah.
I think you do a good job at that. I was sitting here trying to think, what do I think about quality time? And quality time for me is almost like an over-exaggeration or an unrealistic expectation.
Yeah.
What are we defining as quality time? I'm going to sit on the floor with Jagger and
Play cars.
Like, no. Like, to me, I think quality time is them, again, witnessing us pull off miracles every day.
Yeah.
Picking up all the kids, dropping them off at the certain times. Those are the lessons that I want my kids to grow up with. I don't give a shit if they could look back and go, my dad didn't throw the baseball with me enough.
No.
You know, I want them to go, I can do anything because I've witnessed my parents do anything my entire childhood.
And yes, I agree with that. But I also think that, you know, it doesn't have to be an hour or 2 hours of like quality, like 15 minutes of undivided attention to them would go way further than an hour distracted playing a game and you're on your phone and you're picking up work or whatever you're doing. Like, I don't think it has to be that much. I think that just undivided attention for a certain amount of time will go a lot further.
Here's something that I do to overcompensate any lack that I may have in that department is I always tell them I love them.
Yeah.
I'm super vocal with I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I have no problem telling it. I kiss my boy, I kiss both my boys, my girls. I love you, I love you. I touch them all the time. I grab their arms, I grab their face or their neck area, their ears. I'm always showing them. So at the end of the day, at the very worst, they know they're loved.
Yeah.
They can have all this other bullshit.
Yeah.
No, well, he didn't do this, or he did that, or he didn't do this. But the foundation of our relationship is that they are 100% confident that I love the shit out of them.
Yes. Yeah.
So.
And then what's the new thing that you just learned from TikTok?
So there was...
I thought it was a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. And I pay attention to this stuff because it's simple things. Like, for me, I may just be acting out this statement because I know it's going to benefit my kid and it wasn't something that I organically thought up. But I'm like, I don't give a shit. It benefits my kid. So if it's 5 sentences, I'm going to go say it to him. So anytime I can see or read something that would help me as a parent, I just walk in there and... force it out. But so this guy said that obviously when you tell your kids they're amazing, eventually in their mind they're going to go, of course my parents are saying that I'm amazing.
Right.
Because they're my parents.
They're my parents. Of course they think I'm amazing, so and they have to think I'm amazing.
So they said tweak it a little bit and just say to them, I can see why all of your friends think you are amazing. I can see why you were so liked by everybody else. I can see why everyone around you thinks you're so cool. And what you're doing is you're validating their coolness, their specialness, whatever it is, through the eyes of people around them, not just my own.
Yes.
So I thought that was cool.
I thought that was a good one.
Is there anything else that is big? Spanking. Want to go into that? I don't even know if Krystal spanked the kids before. But my rule
I've done a butt swap with a diaper, but that's about...
My rule is...
I'm timeout. I'm like timeout queen. I like timeout.
Yeah, timeout is moving forward after they get to a certain age.
Yeah.
Like when they're young, for me, something that I did, and so far I believe it's worked. Jagger may prove that it's not going to work for him, but I don't know. So, but when they're super, super young, I'm like very stern with authority. Like I want to instill that in them right away.
Yeah.
I don't want this rebellious kid that thinks he can pull a fast one on me at every turn. So with Beckham, all of them, when they were young, before they could communicate with words, I used physical communication to let them know if they were doing something wrong.
You don't beat our children,
I don't beat our children. These people are delusional if they think that's the case. And if they go there, then you're delusional for going there.
I think a spanking, I think
No,
Beckham's
let me just finish.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Now I got to defend myself here. Shit, you painted me as a gruesome human being.
I'm not painting nothing.
Anyway, so my logic is you tell them no, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, which could span over months.
Yeah.
And then on the 20th no, you just whack them once really hard. And then you move on. And my thing around physical contact with the kid is that I think it's more impactful. This is why I believe in a version of it, obviously not fucking abuse. It's sad that I can't even have a conversation about this because in fear of trolls. Anyway, is when you use your words to get people to do certain things, you may have to use shame, guilt, or fear to do it. Why did you do that? That was a bad thing that you just did. Don't do that again. What were you thinking? All of those things are, what were you thinking? I'm stupid. That was bad. I'm a bad person. Why did you do that? Oh my gosh, why did I do that? I don't know. Am I dumb? Am I not all there?
Yeah.
All that's emotional, and obviously we have to use it because that's life.
Right.
But I would rather go whack right on his butt, her butt, and then afterwards be like, we good? And then look at me and be like, yeah, we're good. And be like, let's move on.
It just like shakes them out of that whatever they're in.
It tells them that it was bad in a physical way. And there was no definition on why I spanked them. They understood that what they were doing was incorrect, but they can't misunderstand my intent. It was, don't do that. Okay, we good? We good. All right, don't do it again. And I mean it. I'm like that soft afterwards. You get all riled up over your kids and you carry that shit around, dude, they're going to feel either intimidated by you or sad, or I don't want to create that emotion. So that's why I do believe in that type of parenting where you just stop. Okay, cool. And you move on.
No.
And you just shift your energy back to, I still love the shit out of you. Just don't do that. So that's my 2 cents.
I agree with you. Sometimes every kid's different too. Every kid responds to things differently. Every kid has to be taught in a different way because they're all different humans. So some kids that works for, and some kids need that, honestly.
Yeah. I know I needed it.
Yeah.
I couldn't just be told not to do stuff.
Me, they just put me in the corner. In the timeout chair, which was right next to the TV, so you could only hear the TV, you couldn't see the TV, and then my whole family would be sitting watching the TV, laughing at the show, and I'd have serious FOMO. I'm like, I'm never doing that again because I just missed out.
That's one way to do it too. That's if you really don't want to spank your kid.
No, I'm just saying, like, everybody's different.
The torture chamber.
Yeah.
All right. What else do we got? Are we wrapping this one up, Ben?
Yeah, I would just say, like, the last thing.
Oh, I like that last one. Do you want your kids to follow in your footsteps? What do you want for your kids? Or for
I want them
girls?
to do what they're passionate about.
Agreed, 100%. I don't give a shit what they do. They could be expert chess players.
So, like, for me, I'm not passionate about accounting or about money or any of that, but I am passionate about being a mom and being able to contribute to our business. So I think for me, that's why I am in my path. But I want her to choose what she wants to do. I don't want her to, I mean, if she wants to be a mom, then that's what comes first, and then she can have whatever job she wants, which is kind of what I did. But
no, I like that. And I've never been asked this, so I've never had to really analyze it. But hearing what you just said, now that you got to go first, here's what I would say, is I want them to do whatever they have to do in order to pursue any passion that they have in life.
Yes.
And if the passion produces income, which allows them to live a very healthy and safe life, then I'm all about that.
Right.
If that passion doesn't produce $1, then I hope that they are willing to go and do what they have to do so that they can pursue the passion.
Yep.
So I hope that they find happiness through pursuing passion and whatever they're interested in. And I hope that they understand that they have to generate, income in order to live a fulfilling life also.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Okay, but now if I could pick my own thing, I would love if all of my children got into the house flipping game.
Okay, what would they be? What would their positions be?
Jagger would be the enforcer.
No, I think he would just be the worker, like the construction worker, the bruiser.
He'd be the contractor. I'm giving him the contractor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kinsley, project manager.
So she's in charge of Jagger.
She's in charge of Jagger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jagger's in charge of the guys. Kinsley's in charge of Jagger.
Because Kinsley's pretty bossy.
Yeah. And no bullshit. I think she'd no mess around. Kennedy would be brand ambassador, marketing.
I don't know. I feel like she could be like design too, because she's very creative.
Oh man, I'm way off.
She's super
I'm sorry.
creative.
I take that back. I agree. She's absolutely in charge of design. Mm-hmm. And then Beckham. My issue with Beckham, and I don't know yet. I don't know if he's a natural born leader. He's got the ability to communicate. Actually, you see him around his friends. Would you say he's the leader?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then he leads the whole operation.
Yeah.
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 That'd be badass. I would love that. Oh, it'd be so good to get a call from my little kids and, Dad, this guy broke into the house and stole everything.
What would you say?
Like, well, who the fuck let him break it? No, no, I'm just kidding. I don't know what I would say. At first, I'd be like, I love the shit out of you for calling me. Thank you so much. You're making me feel alive still at this old 60-year-old age.
Yeah.
No, I would love that. It would be such a treat. But actually, at the end of the day, I will support them in whatever they do.
Yeah.
So
I want them to do it because they want to do it, not because they feel like they should be doing it because that's what you did. Because I don't want them chasing after, I have to do this to be like my dad. And I want them to create their own persona, like wanting to do it because they enjoy it. I don't want them chasing to try to be you or be me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. All this is just, it's all.
I want them to have their own identity.
Yeah. Me too. I agree. It's just all perfect world is what it is.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like hesitant. I'm like, yeah, I mean, they're still going to make money. You know, they're like,
get
I'm going to
that,
go
but-
and chase butterflies and feathers across the world and travel.
Well, no.
I love that new world.
That wanderlust.
I'm just going to travel. It's like, oh, okay. And when you're 30 and you've learned nothing from when you were 18, it's going to work out well for you. Anyway, if you found that interesting, I would love to hear your 2 cents in our comments, because I'm sure we're going to get a lot of.
That was a little controversial.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
That is okay, because controversy is what helps our TikTok views go up. So please feel free to talk a lot of shit, and we will respond and share and like. No, it's great. All the haters are like, I'm going to get them here. And it's like, dude, you're
Listen,
you're helping me.
I know my kids are happy, and I know I'm a good mom, so I don't.
Yeah, anybody could tell me nothing would stick, because I know I'm a good dad.
So.
And if I'm not a good dad, I know I hired the right wife to be a good mom.
Babe, I already got trolls on that one video that I posted that was a joke.
The Coco Melon one?
Yeah. I have people commenting saying, I'd be afraid that my kid's going to go out the front door. I'm like,
okay.
My kid's not trying to run away.
That goes back to the beginning stages of parenting.
Right. My kid has never tried to walk out the door. And if they
he probably
did.
has. And you've probably immediately disciplined him.
Yeah.
For that person, if you would have disciplined your child the first time they tried to walk out the door, you wouldn't have to worry about that the rest of your life.
Yeah. Or that Coco Melon's going to turn him into a zombie. I'm like, okay, because 15 minutes of a show is going to really, like, shape who they are.
What do you think a Tonka truck was 25 years ago? It was a way for a kid to zone out and stay focused on something. It's what do you think these are? These are, you ever go to the airport 20 years ago and you looked around, everybody's reading a book or a magazine or a newspaper. Well, all we've done is made it more efficient.
Right.
So it's the same thing.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
Yeah. Get out of here with that shit.
All right. Well, that is the last episode.
That was the last episode. Wow. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Yes. Thank you.
It's always surprising how many people actually tune in and listen.
Yeah.
We'll go to places and people will be like, oh, I listened to this one episode and that episode. And I'm like, man, I would have never thought you were listening.
I know.
Holy cow.
I know. It feels really good.
So, yeah, from the bottom of my heart, I'm super thankful. I'm grateful. I hope that we are adding value. And I think we are, because I get texts here and there and Instagram stuff here and there.
Because that's the most important part. I want to add value.
Yeah.
So.
Acknowledging that we are. Mm-hmm. So if we are, let us know, because that helps.
Yeah.
So you could comment. You can text us. You can Instagram us. Mm-hmm. You can tell your friends about us.
Yeah.
We love you.
Yeah.
Going Galindo, Rugrats, and Renovations out.
Season 3 wrap.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for listening.
If you enjoyed the show, please rate, subscribe, and share our podcast. You can also connect with us on social media or at galindogrouprealestate.com.
Until next time, thanks again for listening.